Well, Stuart, clearly a very disappointing result today. What's your feelings on what happened?
Yeah, I'm bitterly disappointed, bitterly disappointed with the performance, bitterly disappointed in the manner of performance. Obviously, for the game, there's a few discrepancies about whether the game was going to be on or whether the game was going to be off. But as far as we were aware, we got the boys going, ready to go and win a game of football. And it's the same for both teams. We looked the part in the change room before we came out, and we just didn't perform. I felt the first 10 minutes there wasn't a lot in the game, but I felt they wanted it a little bit more. We're first to every ball, stronger in the challenge. I felt obviously then as the game first half wore on, we started to come in the game a little bit more, but then we switched off at a set piece. We had 3 or 4 opportunities to make a stronger tackle, and then when we did make a tackle, it's a foul. They've got a free kick. We switched off. We go 1-0 down, probably deservedly 1-0 down, but the manner in which you concede that goal, was bitterly disappointing. And then after that, first half, again, I think there's not a lot in the game. I think it's a scrappy, untidy game. It's a bit uneven underfoot, I think, for a lot of the lads. And we're hoping then we can get in and regroup at half time, 1-0 down, and go again. And right on half time, again, bitterly disappointed with the way we conceded the goal. We've had the ball in the top third of their pitch. We've conceded possession. They go down our end. We concede a corner, and then lack of picking up in the box. Concede a goal, and it's basics. The lads know that. If you've got a set piece, you can't afford to give people 3 headers, and that's basics, and it's cost us. So instead of going in at 1-0, we go in at 2-0, and we've got a mountain to climb then. In fairness, second half, I think we've tried to regroup a little bit. We've changed the shape slightly, and before we got our goal, I think we had 3 opportunities to get a goal before we got our goal. We got our goal, and at that point we're on top. We're 2-1 down, and we look like the most likely team to score. But unfortunately, when you're like that and you're trying to get back in it, and you're in a position where we are, where you're trying to win games, you've got to defend properly at the other end. And I don't just mean the goalkeeper and defenders. I mean as soon as you lose the football, 11 men have got to put a shift in to get the ball back. And I just felt today that not enough of our lads done that. And it's something I've got to look at. I'm here today. Obviously Chappers is ill, but I've got to look at it because the buck stops with me. But once they cross the line, they got to look at themselves, and bits and bobs like that. I can't make them run, and I can't make them tackle, and I can't make them have the desire and passion to play for the badge on their shirt. And we have done that at times. We've had a great away win at Tonbridge, about a month ago now, where we did exactly that, and so it's in there. I just felt today we didn't have enough boys wanting to do that.
We're coming to a very crucial part of the season. There's not many games left. Yourself and Chappers have spoken that obviously we are in a relegation dogfight. How do you think things are going to change? What can you as a management team do to change, like you say, what's happened today?
Yeah, I think it's a good question. I look at the 2 10-minute performances from the first 10 minutes of the game and the first 10 minutes in the second half, and that's the question. I've got to try and work hard at getting the boys up for it, so they put a display in the first 10 minutes of the second half in the first half, and then we don't give ourselves a mountain to climb. Consistency at this level is a massive thing. I feel like, and I know Chappers does himself, that we've got boys with quality in there, but before that comes out, you've got to earn the right in football. You've got to earn the right to play, you've got to earn the right to get the ball down and pass the ball, you've got to earn the right to buy yourself time, and it's the little nitty gritty bits that we haven't done today, and so that's something that I'll certainly be looking at. Have we got the right personnel out there who want to, putting it bluntly, run through brick walls for us first? And I'm well aware that football is not all about people who are running through brick walls. You have to find the right balance. But for me at the moment, that balance ain't quite right, because I want us to get the ball down and play pretty football. But people need to understand we're in a relegation battle, and we can all sit here and say, yeah, we're definitely going to stay up, we'll be alright, we're this, that and the other. There's no guarantees in football. And the first thing I would, when I played, and I want the players out there to represent me, and I know Chappers and Russell feel the same, is I want them to run through brick walls for me. And by that, I don't mean to go charging me on tackles and all that, because all players are different. But whether it's our creative players, I want them to want to have an end product. I want them to want to get on the ball even when it's tight. I want them to chase and work hard even though that might not be their strength. I want them to work at it, flip that over. I want our stronger players to be dominant. I want our stronger players, when we get set pieces, to go up there and actually believe they're going to score for a set piece. You know, and I still believe that if we do that and bring it together, we can stay up. But, you know, at the moment, people have got to sort of wake up very quickly to the fact that there ain't long left, you know, like you say, and we have got to get things moving quickly.
When I speak to Ian, we always try and look at some positives. There were some positive performances out there today. Connor up top looked lively. Ibrahim came on in the second half, had made a big impact. So going back to the Tunbridge game, you say as well, we have got some players out there that can turn games, and it must be frustrating for you guys knowing that they've got the ability, but they're not doing it week after week.
Absolutely. I mean, bar obviously 3 or 4 teams in our league who have got it. If you ask every manager in this league, the biggest thing you're looking for is consistency from your players. Excuse me. You don't want 9 out of 10 one week and then 3 out of 10 the next week. You want players to be 6, 7s and 8s, you know, week in, week out. And listen, we accept that ain't going to happen with 1 or 2 because they're them type of players. But, you know, if you look at most games in this league, a lot of the games are tight games, and it's them 7 and 8 performances that get you over the line. And like you say, a little bit of creativity from your flair players are the ones that do get you over the line. That said, you know, we have to defend from the front, okay, and attack from the back, and we have to all do your own job, but we all have to buy into doing a bit of other people's jobs at the moment, and that's what I feel today didn't happen. You know, I felt at times, you know, I felt there was players who were out there playing for themselves a little bit, you know what I mean, and you can't hide behind that. You know, what you've got to do is you've got to go, look, we're together, and when we win together, and you take the plaudits, you do win together, and when you lose together, we lose together out there today, and you know, we've lost because 2 or 3 might have done all right, but we've lost together. You know what I mean? And it's the same when we win games and 7 or 8 have done all right and 2 or 3 haven't done so well, we all go together, and at the moment we haven't done that.
Well, so disappointing result, but thanks for coming in and having a chat with us. Cheers, Stuart.
Cheers, Carl. Thanks, mate. Cheers, mate. Cheers, mate. Thank you.